Hello again, everybody. This is Rocket Rick J18, and today I would like to talk to you about hockey cards, of all things. I know you're not used to thinking about me or this channel in connection with hockey. Um, However, I mentioned to Terry at TJ Maxx Cards and Nostalgia that I really enjoyed his videos on vintage hockey cards. And I told him that, I had some interest in hockey as a teenager because just about the time I entered high school, the NHL had its first expansion. And within a fairly short period of time, the local team that I was able to watch, the Philadelphia Flyers, um, won two consecutive NHL Stanley Cups. I was actually in law school by that time, but you know, so it was a lot of fun anyway. I've been to the Hockey Hall of Fame. I've seen professional hockey games in Pittsburgh, in Atlanta, and it's not a major feature of my sporting experience, but I really do like the cards. And so I want to show you a few cards today that I recently acquired. And in order to do that, we're going to need to put the camera down, and I'll show you some additional cards. The first of which is going to be one of the three Detroit Red Wing players from the 50s to be featured as a part of the first production line. This is Sid Abel, and this card is a 1951 Bowman card. The series is called the Hit Parade of Champions, 1951, and it features 72 cards, 40 of which are baseball cards, and the remaining cards are other sports, including hockey, ice skating, tennis, track and field, boxing, football. I think there's even a basketball card or two. In fact, I'm sure there is. And so this is, again, is Sid Abel, born in Melville, Saskatchewan in 1918. If Sid were alive today, he'd be 107 years old. Just to give you some idea of what a center forward in hockey would be, size wise. And he was pretty good sized, 5'11", 170. And his production line teammates were Teddy Green and, of course, the incomparable Gordie Howe, who was a rookie in 1951. So that's Sid Abel. And next I've got three cards to show you of another Hockey Hall of Famer. I failed to mention that Sid Abel was in the Hall of Fame. Here's Frank Mahovlich. This is his 1968-69 card when he was had just recently been traded to the Detroit Red Wings from the Toronto Maple Leafs. And this card has a crease across the center of it, but it's kind of hard to see because it's mostly in the red jersey. And here's the back of the card, which is also vertically, and a place to place a Frank Mahovlich stamp. So Frank's nickname was the Big M, and he was the Rookie of the Year for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I want to say probably back in, I don't know, probably 1951 or so. Well, maybe longer. Yeah, not 1951, but let's see. It's 12 years, about 1957, 58, somewhere along in there. So this is card number 62, as you can see from that set. Next card that I have to show you is his 1970-71 Topps card. The first card was a Parkhurst. I failed to mention that. But this is his 1970-71 Topps card when he was with the Montreal Canadiens, having been traded there. And it shows his position was left wing on that line. And the last card I have to show, well, let me turn it over and show you the back of the card. This is card number 105. All of these cards were post-expansion era cards, which took place, I believe, in 1967, except for the Parkhurst or the Berk Ross card, which was back in 1951. Yeah, he was. It says here he was Rookie of the Year in 57, 58. So I'm learning, you know. So you'll have to bear with me while I actually learn. I remember Frank Mahovlich and Sid Abel from my introduction to hockey back in the late 60s, watching the Philadelphia Flyers. And when I went to, the Pittsburgh area, and I include as far away as Bethany, West Virginia, as being in the Pittsburgh area, I saw the Penguins play at the Igloo and became a Penguins fan. Again, this is a Montreal Canadiens. This is towards the end of his career, and this is his 1971-72 Topps card. And here's the back of it. Card number 140 in this set. And it says here that he's approaching his 500th goal. He had looks like 454. If I'm reading this very fine print, might be 456. or it might even be 466. I mean, it's very hard for me to read these things. 464, I think, is what it is. So anyway, that's Frank Mahovlich. And the last card that I have to show you is an autographed card of a player who also played for the Detroit Red Wings, as did all three of these guys. And he was from the second production line. This is Alex Delvecchio. He took, I want to say, Sid Abel's place. But I may be wrong about that. I'm just kind of guessing because the production line included the two wings, which were Teddy Green and Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe, of course, is known as Mr. Hockey, and he is going to be featured at some point on my all sports, all American sports, the big four: hockey, basketball, football, and baseball. Um, I rank Gordie Howe as the well, he's Mr. Hockey, so I guess that pretty well says it all. But here is this card is, I think, is a reprint of a 1955-56 Parkhurst hockey card. It doesn't say it's a reprint anywhere on the card or indicate that it's a reprint, other than it just says trading card. It doesn't say a year, and it doesn't say Parkhurst on it. So that's why I'm guessing it's probably but it's from his older days, and it is autographed. So those are my 5 hockey cards for today, featuring 3 players, all of whom are Hall of Famers. And so that's what I have to show you, and that's it, because it's just hockey cards. I'm not saying that I'm going to join TJ Mack as a vintage hockey aficionado, or like Canadian Cards as a vintage hockey collector. But I admire both of those guys, and I'm happy to participate. And I'm also happy to greet you as and to indicate to you that this is Rocket Rick J, baseball and hockey card collector, and wishing you that all your collecting dreams come true. So I've stumbled through that outro, but you get the idea.